As for the amount of time that this saves, we were just talking about that as a staff today. For us to do a game properly last year, we felt that it took about 8 hours to break a film down. And I know that sounds silly, but to get it possession by possession and then to find a way to get the feedback to the kids, we felt that it took about 8 hours, about 2 or 3 hours to clip it up into individual clips, and then about 3 or 4 hours of a coach watching it, labeling each clip. This year, it's down to about 1 hour and 50 minutes, depending on the type of game, to do all of that stuff. I was one of the ones very much against StatEasy at first, because I felt like, and I know that I talked to the coach in Mount Lebanon, I felt like we both felt like we had a scouting advantage, that we did a little more scouting than other people, and we watched a little more film than other people, and we wanted that to stay an advantage. I think it's significant to realize that I was the one leading the charge against it until my AD said, listen, it's here, you just got to deal with it. And at that point, now that I've embraced it, I feel that we have an advantage over most of the teams that we play because of it.
Who's doing your video?
A JV kid who struggled the first day, and we worked with her and told her, leave it on here. We had to get her a tripod. We had to get a better camera.
When the JV athlete is done with the video, she gives that video to you?
Yes, sir. She gives it to me. I take it home. I take it home, drag it into StatEasy, put the cord into my computer because I have that at home and I know that's helpful.
Yeah.
I don't have that at my school, but I put the cord into the computer, I drag it over and I let it upload and encode overnight. Out of our 7 games, that's been effective 6 out of the 7 nights. One day there was one where it, there was an error in coding, and I just dragged it over again, and it was fine. It was fine the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
I leave my computer running at night. And by the morning it's ready to watch and ready to stat. And maybe the most significant savings of time is around the holidays. Last year, I spent my holidays at all kinds of tournaments. Never saw my nieces and nephews. Didn't see my parents and brothers and sisters as much as I wanted to over Christmas. This year, I'm able to do a little bit of work while I'm hanging out with them, and it's so little bit of work and it's so manageable that I've been able to spend the holidays around my family. As a coach, you always want to perform your due diligence, make sure that you're prepared for each game, and make sure that you're getting the film and that you're giving the kids a feedback. When you can do it in a quarter of the time, it opens up the rest of the time for family time. I'm a much better, this might sound melodramatic, but I'm a much better brother and uncle and son with all that time to spend.